How not to talk like a jerk to women on Facebook. I've had a work Facebook for years, and a lot of my friends are constantly in the process of creating them and deleting them as disgusting and disrespectful messages come pouring in. I field several of those a week, but almost every day I get a message that's a misguided, bad attempt at flirting, but still an honest attempt of a guy who genuinely wants to connect, but has no idea what to say. So here's some info that could help you when trying to contact most women, with a little extra info about strippers since that's what my channel's about. Number 1. Have some perspective when writing first messages to women on Facebook. Remember that some of your friends messaging us are serial killers and rapists, while others are well-spoken and sincere. And we're measuring you against both sides of that spectrum. If you think the woman that you're messaging is attractive, so do other people. Some of them probably put the time in to get to know her and are genuinely interested in her. She is also aware that some of the people who send her messages are actively planning on hurting her. First impressions are a big deal. Number 2, don't ever copy and paste your messages to reach the widest audience, especially if that message includes the words "call me" and your number. We will not call you, especially without a reason. If a woman calls you when you do this, she's either a cop, a serial killer, or a scammer, depending on what you included in your message. The same goes for copy-pasting a generic, physically flattering message into the inbox of every hot woman you can find on Facebook. Just imagine yourself in a room with all of those women at once, all looking at you with disgust and rolling their eyes, and the only one who looks mildly interested is sitting in the corner, holding stolen wallets and pulling out credit cards. This is your actual audience. Number 3, don't use sexy as punctuation. Hey, sexy. What you up to tonight, sexy? You don't want to talk to me, sexy? What is the main thing wrong here? There are 14 types of punctuation in the common English language, and none of them is sexy, baby, or even beautiful. Just put a period there. I won't even go into why calling a woman a physical description as a nickname can be off-putting, but suffice to say, if you want to call her attractive, put it in a sentence, only do it once, and if she doesn't respond to that, don't say it again for a long time. Number 4, don't call her baby right off. The goal here, in part, is to not come across quite as desperately thirsty as you are. To this end, don't treat a girl like she's your girlfriend just because she spoke to you, or before she even has. Obviously, I'm talking about pet names. Don't say, "Hey baby," as a first message on Facebook chat until you've done a girl's dishes. In the kitchen or in the bedroom. This goes for babe too, obviously. Number 5, don't ask for photos 2 messages in. You just bypassed an entire profile full of photos. The game is up. We all know you're a fuckboy now and only looking to add our pictures to your spank bank without ever recognizing us as people once. Strippers also generally sense we are getting these because the boys who send them think that we're cheaper or easier than other girls. A few strippers are true exhibitionists, but most just like making money. Please remember that, in general, strippers are the last people you should expect nude photos or any kind of video from without having to pay. We know the value of our skin in dollars. Number 6, don't talk about how much you hate other women. "My ex was a bitch" is not a good pickup line. I had a fellow give me this speech our first conversation about how he'd liked this girl, but she posted a lot of pictures on Facebook and a lot of guys liked them, and he felt that said bad things about her. That said bad things about him. If you can help it at all, don't say, "I want to get to know you." Every man trying to be smooth says that he'd like to get to know a girl, online or off. In the time I've had a work Facebook, I've been sent this sentence over 300 times. If you do want to know a girl, use a different phrase. If you want something else and we're being coy, just state your eventual intentions up front. Number 8, however, if you've only seen pictures of a girl and you haven't spoken to her at all or very much. Don't say that you're interested in dating her. Expressing an interest in dating someone before you know anything about them but their looks shows how incredibly shallow you are. It will not do you any favors with most women who generally prefer that their friends, lovers, and even fuck buddies like them for who they are all around. Number 9, see if you can resist becoming rude, profane, blocking the person, or deleting your Facebook when someone shows you disinterest. We all log on to the internet each day just hoping for the best. While I would guess that trying to chat up a random stranger's Facebook is a good way to dash that dream immediately, you were either ignorant enough or brave enough to try. Now she's shut you down or indicated disinterest or straight up ignored you. What's your next step? It should not, for example, be to reverse your position on her looks and call her ugly after calling her sexy 6 times in 3 sentences. Who raised you? It's not to call her names, especially after indicating interest. It's not to say April Fools, especially in November. Someone is looking like a fool here, and it's only you. Your Facebook wasn't hacked, you didn't press the wrong button, you weren't passing along a chainmail, and you aren't possessed by anything. You were interested. Also, don't delete your Facebook, man. It's sad. And even sadder, it's unoriginal. I have seen these tactics so many times. Graciously accept the choice that she's allowed to make no matter what, and move on. Maybe to a dating website. I hear those are a good place to pick up people who are actually looking. Number 10. No matter where you talk to women, do yourself a favor and use the very best spelling and grammar you possibly can. Whatever this means for you. Does this mean you need to talk completely different from your normal speech or Google Words? Absolutely not. But if you start out on your best behavior, doing a little more formal kind of typing, you'll get better results. Women may not say, "And he types so well," to their friends when trying to discuss you, although I'm beginning to. But they do say things like, "He's so smart and respectful." And whatever smart and respectful means to that particular individual, part of it is the way you express yourself. Bonus tip. Have an idea in your head why she would want to talk to you before you message her. Do you share a love for reptiles? Are you an athletic or artistic person? Are you charismatic and intelligent? Can you fix her car? If you can't think of a reason why she might want to talk to you beyond to hear that she's sexy or to give you jerk-off material, don't message her, and you'll save yourself a lot of these problems in the first place. Those are my suggestions for trying to talk up women, especially strippers, on the internet. What do you think? Is it all too confusing? Do we ask too much? Leave a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've liked and subscribed and just can't get enough, maybe become one of my patrons on Patreon. The link to my Patreon is in the video description.